What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Yesterday, Twice released a live clip for Queen of Hearts, which is another song off of their new album. We've only heard Talk That Talk so far, and I really enjoyed that song. I'll put a link to that reaction up here. So, all right, let's check this out. This is Twice with Queen of Hearts. This is also the first time I think I've actually heard them sing live. I've seen live stages, or I've seen clips from like their stadium tours and stuff, but it's mainly the clips that I've seen have just been them interacting with the fans. Sometimes they're singing. I feel like it's maybe like an encore situation or something, because they're just very loose, and so I think it is encore stuff, but I haven't really heard them sing live, so I'm really excited about this. So let's check this out. This is Twice with Queen of Hearts. Rock. Pop rock. Okay. The first vocal effects. And on Momo too. Ooh. That's a really nice chorus. You need to stop. They all look great. They all sound great. Yes, you are. Okay, so let's pause here. So what I'm trying to figure out is, yes, it is a pop song, but it's very much, or a pop rock song, but it's very much a K-pop rock song. K-pop isn't great at rock mixes, but one thing that they are good at is making sure that what we hear in situations like this, the live situations, is that we're hearing as close to the studio version as possible. What's surprising me, though, is the lack of vocal processing. Obviously, they're processed, there's EQ, and there's a compression, things going on there, but there's not like a lot of effects. It's very clean and clear, and not a lot of harmonies either, which is interesting, because they would have added that. Either that, or they usually will double the voices, right? Like, this is just them doing their part with no backing track at all, which is cool. Except for certain parts. I think Momo's part and the part before her had some kind of processing on it. So it's very sparse in that regard, which is interesting. But it's very much a K-pop rock mix, which means it's not very much a rock mix. The poor guitars and bass are barely even there. I'm pretty much only hearing drums and vocals, which is the usual with K-pop rock songs. But either way, they sound great. It's all in English, which is awesome. And let's get back to it. So let's go back a little bit and see what the second verse has. And yes, the chorus is very, very nice. Harmonies. Now we're getting stuff. Ah. So beautiful. Whoa. I was so distracted by her beauty. Speak of beauty. Okay. I was so distracted by Che. What was that I heard back there? Wow. That is very much. I don't even think it's very much. That is actually a Cure single note guitar melody. Same type of effects that the Cure would use, but also that melody. I've heard that in a song, and I'm trying to remember which song, but they have over 200 songs, so I don't think I'm going to remember right now. But yes, that is very much a Cure single melody guitar progression. Now, just like the Twice are the queens of hearts, the Cure are the kings of the single note guitar melody. Like, they are masters at it. And it's let's go back and hear this again, because I'm trying to figure out what song. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but it's just interesting that it just out of nowhere the Cure popped in. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to think of the song, but yeah, that is very, very much in that vein. And the reason why it stands out is because they didn't invent the single note guitar melody, but they are masters at it. And it's interesting because it's not necessarily a solo. It's just there to provide extra flavor, something else to hum along to, something else that gets stuck in your head. And they were the masters at it. So it's really, really cool. I wish it was a little bit louder, but I wish all the guitars were louder. So, okay. All right, let's go back a little bit. I love the lyrics too. Woo. Very, very nicely done. Okay, bridge. Finally, they bring the guitars up. The vocals are still loud, though. The chorus is so good. I just wish... well, we'll talk about it after this. Okay. This is definitely going to be a crowd pleaser at their live shows. Wow, that was really, really nice. Okay, I want to go back and hear something really quick. Let's go back to this last chorus. Okay, so what I was talking about is the mix overall. So the drums and the voices are the most prevalent thing in this entire song. And let's hear that a little bit. So remember what we've talked about before, right? If you want to hear something better, a lot of people think you just crank it up. You turn it up louder so you can hear more, you can hear better. No, you turn it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to listen to this and we're going to lower the volume. The solo comes in a little bit more, but for the most part, like this first section, yeah, it's drums and vocals, and the guitars and bass are just kind of there for effect, but not really at the level that they should be in a song like this. Because, and the reason why I mention this, it's all personal taste, right? But the song would have had so much more power. And honestly, I'm surprised from JYP that this song doesn't have more power. So what we're going to do is, I'm not going to judge it from this because this was live. So first of all, let's talk about the song itself. The song is great. And yes, I was listening to the lyrics. The song is great because they're talking about their position, their stature, right? They are the queens of hearts, right? Just like they won me over, just like they won millions of people over. That is them. But they also are talking about how they wouldn't be that. They wouldn't be in that position if it weren't for us, if it weren't for once, right? If we didn't love them, if we didn't support them. And it's really cool to hear them just acknowledge that, right? We don't hear a lot of that in the West from artists. You may hear them, talk about their fans in interviews and stuff, but a whole song about that? Like, no, we don't hear that. Which is really, really cool. It's a very, very positive song, and it's just a very, very nice song, and it fits very well with their renewal. Now, I knew about their renewing their contracts, but I didn't know that this album was addressing that or celebrating that. You guys told me that in the Talk That Talk reaction, so That's really, really cool. So, all right, so let's do something we don't normally do. I'm going to exit out here. Wait, do I have to exit? No, I don't. So I have the audio version pulled up, the studio version, and we're going to listen to part of this. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but I want to hear this mix because obviously we can't judge the song from that. Okay, so let's just hear this up until the first chorus and see if it hits the same way that the live version does. So, and this is off their official page, so they get the view. Guitar is straight down the middle, when usually it's left and right, which is what makes it feel low. And the vocals are very dry. Until here. No. And the guitars are buried. I'm gonna do the low thing again. Yeah, so much the same. So obviously, like I said, they do K-pop does a very good job at presenting themselves, right? Like, so what we heard in the live, even though I don't think it was one performance because there was a lot of cuts and they were doing different things in those cuts. So, but that doesn't matter, right? They don't have to perform the song from beginning to end. They were still singing it live. But yeah, what they presented to us in that live clip was very true to what is in the studio version. So it is, yeah, it's the mix itself leaves a lot to be desired, but I have a feeling it's probably because this is going to be one of those songs that they sing probably in one of those encore situations, right? They're going to sing it with the fans and they're going to be just there being really loose with them, right? So maybe that's why it was done that way, but at the same time, like, I don't think I've ever heard JYP really miss when it comes to mixes. Like, all of K-pop knows what they're doing, right? Just an interesting choice for production, because it doesn't happen very often. I mean, it happened with SM and Lionheart, Ginga Minga Yo. I mean, these are all my personal misses as far as like mixes are concerned, and this one, unfortunately. But the cool thing is the song is great. Like, the song really is good. So it's going to go on playlist regardless. I'm just probably going to EQ a little bit to get just some more oomph out of the track itself. But they all did very, very well, and the song's good in its playlist. So if you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you next time. Peace.